at the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law. We don't just talk about it, we are about it. Welcome, guests. You have been listening to the beautiful music of the University of Louisville student violinist Misaki Hall, Jennifer Terrell, and Anna Laverty. Let's give them a hand, encourage the students. Thank you, student violinists. We appreciate you. Everyone, as always, you hear this all the time, please put your cell phones on silent, preferably not vibrate, but if you must, okay, but at least on silent, please. And please rise for the processional. Mr. Durbin. dignitaries, graduates, friends, on behalf of the Office of Student Affairs and Diversity at the Louis D. Brandeis School of Law at the University of Louisville, I'm Dean Coel. Welcome to the convocation ceremony for the class of 2022, all in the Hall of Fame. Woo! Many thanks must be given, so if you would please be patient with me. Would the family and friends of those who have supported these graduates through this journey, please stand so the graduates can give you a round of applause. Family and friends who supported the graduates. Woo! Yes. Thank you for coming. Would all the active and retired military veterans on stage and in the audience please stand and be recognized, all our military retired or active. Woo! Thank you so much for your service. The Office of Student Affairs and Diversity has to thank the following other people. Thanks to Dean Smith and the Office of the Dean, the Law Resource Center and the Offices of Academic Affairs, Communications, Admissions, Fiscal Management, Professional Development, and Information Technology. A special thanks to Ms. Sydney Anthony, the Director of the Event Sales, and the entire Palace staff. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for assisting us every step of the way, those offices. We also have to thank the UofL Physical Plant, the Commencement Committee, our vendors Grad Images, Digital Pics, McKeel Video Services, and Mr. Brian Payne and the C&H Audio and Visual Services. But we especially thank you, the graduates, for being a part of the UofL Louis D. Brandeis School of Law family. Thank you, guys. We love you. You know we'll miss you immensely. But at the core of my own personal thanks, my personal thanks for this ceremony are Tony Head, Tracy Cole, Kyle Durbin, Bethany Daly, and Jackie Gutterman. I call them the core. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. I also thank Dean Donna Lee, Dean Nicholas Stiegelmeyer, Kim Sanders, Betty Eunice, Rising 3Ls, Danielle Tackett, Shar Carnes, Lauren Neal, Colby Burks, and Frank Bencomo, and student interns, one on the stage with me, Nia Jolly, Megan Beekler, Rachel Oots, Reagan Prather, and a special thank you to the graduating interns who've worked with me for the past 2 years, Ha Win, Caroline Strack, I see you out there, and also Elizabeth A. Sebastian, and whom I call Livy, Olivia Ann Polson. I love you guys. I'm going to miss you. Love you. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean and Samuel J. Stallings, Professor of Law, who just became a Kentucky Colonel. Yay! Dean Lars S. Smith.
I'm now signing all of my emails, the Honorable Colonel Lars Smith. Thank you, Dean Coel. Welcome, friends, families and graduates of the class of 2022. What a beautiful day to have graduation, right? Please allow me to introduce our special participants. Please hold your applause. To my right on the first row, our commencement speaker and 2010 Louisville Law graduate, the Honorable Charles Booker. Also speaking today is the Student Bar Association President for this class, Justin Sylvester Slaw, and Miss Jan Myers, a member of the University of Louisville Alumni Board of Directors. She and her late husband have supported the students for years through scholarships. And you heard from our Assistant Dean for Student Affairs and Diversity, Dean Coel. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce the outstanding faculty of the University of Louisville Louis D. Brandeis School of Law. As I introduce you, would each faculty member please stand and remain standing? Everyone please hold your applause until the faculty have been introduced. First, the faculty members chosen by the graduates to serve as the hooding faculty. Professors Ariana Levinson, Daniel Cannon, Grace Giesel, and Associate Dean Dr. Joanne Sweeney. Professors Les Abramson and Jamie Abrams were also chosen but unable to attend due to emergencies. You will see a video message from Professor Abrams later in the program. Joining them on stage are Professors Samuel Markison, who is serving as the Grand Marshal, Lisa Nicholson, Laura Rothstein, Cedric Powell, Enid Truchios-Haynes, Kurt Metzmeyer, Cassie Chambers Armstrong, Erin Gao, CJ Ryan, Robin Harris, who is serving as a marshal, Luke Milligan, Russell Weaver, Tom Blackburn, Shivani Carthens, Hen Sheth. Now, let's all give them a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. The Student Bar Association President for the class of 2022 is graduating today. While in law school, he has displayed great leadership skills. He has served as Student Bar Association President, Student Government Association Appropriation Committee Chair, SBA SGA Senator, SBA 1L Representative, and he was a member of the Law School's Curriculum Committee. As a law student, he has gained experience through his work with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office and the Legal Aid Society. Before pursuing his legal education, this graduate served our country in the U.S. Army, where he held a variety of roles: Assistant Operations Officer, Chemical Officer, Company Executive Officer, and Human Resources Officer. He holds a master's degree in public administration from Penn State University and a bachelor's degree in political science from Fort Valley State University. He is a shining example of the best of Brandeis. He is a selfless leader and is truly committed to community engagement. During his time at Brandeis, he worked tirelessly to connect law students and the law school with community leaders and policymakers. As one administrator says, Justin connects people across the aisle, next to the aisle, and inside the aisle. Here is the SBA President for the class of 2022, Justin Sylvester Slaw.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by giving a few thank yous out. First, I'd like to thank Interim Dean Laura Smith for all your leadership this past year. We couldn't have done it without you. We thank you for all you've done. Also, I'm okay with continuing the free lunches if you want. Just let me know. I'd like to thank Mr. Charles Booker for being here and speaking at our commencement today. I know your schedule's busy. We really appreciate it. I'd like to thank the Dean of Academic Affairs, Professor Joanne Sweeney, for all the hard work you've done in collaborating with you this year. It was great. I'd like to thank our family and friends for being here. We thank you for supporting us, and we thank you for supporting us this final time in law school as we go out into the world. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Dean Coel for a tremendous job well done. She really is the glue that holds it all together, not just like the regular glue, like the super glue kind that you can't get off your fingers, like when you wash it. You are great, and we thank you for all you've done. Lastly, I want the class of 2022 to join me in a round of applause for our professors just one last time. They have been nothing short of amazing. I could not name you all, but I just want us to give them a round of applause if we can. Today is a joyous day. It marks the ending of one journey and the beginning of another. The word journey's old French origins mean a day's travel. I find it fitting that we have all traveled here today for celebration. Some of you flew, some of you drove, and yes, there's probably someone who took a boat to get here today. We have all taken different journeys and ended up at the same place and time for a reason. It's a Cuban immigrant who was the first in her family to become a lawyer. It's a single mother of 4 who dealt with law school homework and learning the new math that they're teaching in schools. It's a father of 4 who traveled to Brandeis from Cincinnati for class, or it's a student who was diagnosed with cancer who refuses to give up on life or her dream. We have all traveled here for a reason today. Today is a special day. However, all things must come to an end. This celebration will conclude and we will leave this place and we will go our separate ways. We will take some of the same trails and some of the same roads, but more than likely they'll be different. We'll find ourselves at some of the same locations, but more than likely they'll be different as well. However, it's important that each of us keep these 3 elements of any long road trip in mind when traveling your new life, to your new life. 1, never travel alone. Take someone special with you who understands you, someone who motivates you when you fall asleep, someone who knows what song to play when things get rough, and also remember it's okay to pile some other friends in the back as well. Remember to take some rest stops. Some breaks will be long, some will be short, but it's these small stops along the way that get you to your destination on time. You will always arrive when you're supposed to. Don't look at others on the highway and don't let them distract you. You cannot always drive straight through. Third, take care of your vehicle. You won't get very far if your vehicle isn't well maintained. You are the vehicle in this journey. Take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit as you navigate the winding roads of practicing law. Always remember that if your vehicle is not in good shape, you won't travel very far. So Brandeis, class of 2022, I would like to bid you adieu, knowing that I'll bump into you in the road of life. Just make sure you sue me first. Thank you. Before I go, Dean Lawrence Smith, if you'll meet me here at the podium, we just want to give you a small token of our appreciation. Dean Lawrence Smith. You got to open it later. It's a secret. So on behalf of SBA and the students here today, we just like to give you this token, and we thank you for all you've done. We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put it there. I won't forget it, I promise. I would just like to add a thank you to Jessen. He was also the university's graduation speaker yesterday at the commencement in the morning, and it was an awesome event. We sat in a room at the Yum Center with several thousand people looking at us, and he did a wonderful job. So thank you again. Your programs note some of the very noteworthy achievements of some members of the class of 2022, but there are many other achievements of this class individually and as a group. This class showed enormous resilience and grit during the move from in-person to online classes. I know their law school experience has not been what any of us expected, but I am so proud of the way this class has persevered. I want the graduates to know the strength and determination you have displayed will serve you well in your legal careers. Everyone in this theater should be exceedingly proud to be a member of this class or to be a friend or a family member of someone in this class. Consider the following. 92 members of this class came to us having already accomplished much. Quite a few members of this class hold advanced degrees. Their undergraduate degrees are from 31 different institutions, including one in Canada. They hold degrees in more than 33 majors. This class has graduates from 33 towns across the Commonwealth and from 8 different states. This class performed 4,749 hours of public service. As of December, there are 74 members of this class graduating with honors, 25 cum laude, 30 magna cum laude, and 19 summa cum laude. A very impressive group of people. It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker and Louisville Law graduate, the Honorable Charles Booker. Mr. Booker is a 2010 graduate of the University of Louisville Brandeis School of Law. He is a lifelong resident of Louisville's West End, growing up in what has been one of the poorest zip codes in Kentucky. Growing up, he experienced the pain of poverty. He saw his mom skip meals just so he could have enough. He's been homeless, and many times he could not afford the medication he needed as a type 1 diabetic. He became the first in his family to graduate from law school. His transformative career across Kentucky is a model for others. He has served as Director of Administrative Services for the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, and he has served in the Kentucky House of Representatives for the 43rd District. He has entered the U.S. Senate race, and he continues to work across the Commonwealth to serve others. Let's give a warm welcome to the Honorable Charles Booker.
From the hood to the hollow. That's right. How y'all doing? First of all, I want to thank all of the leadership, the administration, my former professors, everyone who said, okay, let's let Charles up on the stage and talk. You made a mistake. No, I'm just playing. I'm so honored to be here, y'all, because I know it is only by grace that I am on my feet. And when I received the call asking if I would be able to speak for your graduation, there was no way I could turn it down. There is a couple days before an election. I hope you all are voting. So I'm trying to clone myself right now, but I could not pass up this chance. And driving here, I was wiping tears from my eyes just thinking about the opportunity that I can add some value on a day that is so monumental for you and for all of us. And my hope is that anything that I say in these brief moments will just help light a fire in you and know that we're proud of you. And I'm honored to stand by your side in the work of making justice real, which is what you all are doing and will be doing. And I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. And I'm talking to the graduates, of course, but for all of you all, family, friends, loved ones, supporters, and even the faculty leadership here, I hope you all can take this in too, because we are at a really critical moment in this country and in this world. And there is a responsibility on all of us collectively as family, because we are a family, to make justice real, to make democracy real. And in a broader sense, and it's Sunday, and if y'all know anything about me, both my parents are ministers. I'm not here to preach at you. But in a broader sense, there's some healing that we need. There's a lot of pain and brokenness and trauma. I don't know if you all saw the news yesterday of a hate crime that took place in Buffalo. If you saw that news, and I won't go through the details, you might remember that we faced something very similar here at a Kroger's with two people that I knew. And as much as there are some who want to ignore the pain that we face, want to ignore injustice, want to ignore hate, you all are here. Whether you fully appreciate it or not, because when I was in that chair, I didn't fully appreciate all the things I see now. But you're here as a part of the solution, as a part of the antidote, as a part of our path to a brighter future. And I just want us all to take in our collective responsibility. I never thought I would run for office. Serving in Frankfurt was like the twilight zone. It was a really ridiculous journey that I never thought I would be in. And I was a director for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Listen, I'm a young black man from the hood, from 35th Market. The Department of Fish and Wildlife is like 700 employees over like 3 black people. And I'm a director. So I'm going into spaces where a lot of the stereotypes sort of smack you in the face. And the same word that was inscribed on that firearm in Buffalo was used about me when I served in that role, from people who didn't know my value or saw the color of my skin and questioned whether I'd be an asset to that department. And going through all of the things that I've experienced, what I want to share with you is embrace your journey toward being an advocate for justice. Embrace this moment. Everyone that's here to applaud you and love on you, support you, I need y'all to embrace it too. I'm taking this in. I'm proud for you, but you all are inspiring me, because we are all on the journey of bending the arc that Dr. King spoke about. We are all on the journey of realizing our better selves, taking care of our families, helping our city, helping the state, helping our country. We're on this journey together, and so I want to be a little transparent with y'all. Now, I've written a book. It's called From the Hood to the Holler. If you haven't read this yet, some of the stuff I'll tell you now will be like, oh, wow, that happened to you, Charles? I really am an open book, and a big part of why I'm even running for Senate now is because I know the power of our story. And I understand what is possible if we stand together and if we use our expertise and our gifts and our passion and our pain to be a source of good. I know what's possible. And what I'm telling you all in this point in your life is that I'm really just a regular guy that nobody believed in, but maybe my mom. And when I went to law school, I was the first in my family to do it. Both my parents dropped out of high school. And when I came to Brandeis, some of my professors might remember, I was sagging my jeans a little bit. I had a Dodge Intrepid. I had 20-inch rims. I had speakers in the back, so I was beating down the block, if some of y'all know what that means. And coming out of my first year of law school, I was told, Charles, a lot of folks don't expect you to graduate. We know where you're from, and we know the struggles that you've been facing. And I was told that it was expected that I would not make it. So the fact that I'm here talking to you all should be proof. Thank you. It should be proof that if you embrace your journey, that if you take in the hard times, if you lean in to the things that give you life, the love that you hold close, if you lean into it, that you can be everything you dream of. You can be that source of good, and you can help us heal. So there's a couple things I'll tell you about my experience in law school that shape who I am now. The reason I want you to embrace your journey. We all have a story. I don't know your story, but I know you have one. We all have some traumas that we deal with in various degrees. And what I've realized is that the things that frustrated me and caused me pain that I've written about are actually what allowed me to be the leader that I am now. The love that I put out now, the sense of obligation to you that you see, that I hope you see, the things that I fight for, they were all shaped by these experiences that in years past I would have hidden. I've turned my phone off so you don't hear it beep, because it does it every time I give a keynote. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and so I have a continuous glucose monitor, and so my phone is over there at the chair. And so when I get too far from my phone, it beeps, and I didn't want to do that to you all today. But if you've seen any of my work in the legislature or even, in my run for Senate, I talk a lot about having rationed my insulin. And I'm taking a moment to share that with you now because I was ashamed of this disease, this illness. I didn't want anyone to think I was weak. And there were times when I had finals, and you all know the anxiety of finals, that my glucose would be low, and it would be hard for me to focus, and it affected some of my grades. But I didn't want to admit it because I didn't want anybody to think that I couldn't do what everybody else was doing. And even after I graduated law school, and I was running for state house, and you all are probably going to experience some of this. Hang in there if you don't immediately get that big job. I didn't get that big job. Some of y'all going to get it. Congratulations. For everybody else, hang in there because after I graduated, I worked multiple jobs to take care of my girls. I was at a point where I either had to get my refill of my medication or feed my daughters. And I'm running for state legislator. So I'm in a position where people are expecting me to have it all together, and me trying to hide that and just go without my insulin, I tried to stretch it out. I nearly died from that. And the reason I'm sharing that with you now is because when you see me fight for everyone to have quality health care, when you see me stand up for the fact that no one should have to choose between their medication or keeping the lights on, and none of this is partisan if you're hearing me, the reason that you can hear my voice so clearly is because I'm leaned into my journey. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Whatever you faced, the trials that you've gone through, wrap your arms around them and know that you deserve the very future that you're fighting for. And if you don't see anything else from me in this run that I'm on, and on Tuesday, we're going to make history. The Commonwealth of Kentucky will make history on Tuesday. My ancestors were enslaved in Kentucky. My great-great-uncles were lynched in Kentucky. My granddad, I have his tie bar on. My granddad fought for desegregation in Kentucky. Kentucky has never had a person who looks like me be a major party nominee or be the top of the ticket for U.S. Senate. And on Tuesday, we're going to change that. And look, if all of you don't want to clap, that's okay. I'm bringing up this point because when I step on that stage and accept the nomination to represent all of you, no matter what your party is, it was really because I just had the audacity to lean into my journey. And I can't be the only one. And so when you leave here today, remember how you feel. When they call your name and you get hooded, remember how you feel. I remember how I felt, and it lifts me up. So when they called my name, some of my professors might remember, it was quiet, just like it is now. And I was walking across the stage, and my 2-year-old, she's 14 now, was yelling out, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." And everybody started applauding. I thought I was going to have to drop out of law school because we were having a baby. During my second year, I was struggling with my diabetes. My grandma passed during the finals. Some folks might remember me running out. And I was ashamed of my diabetes, I mentioned to you all, and I got a DUI in my first year. I had a diabetic episode, and I was the designated driver. On my birthday, I had one drink. I was sober, especially if y'all, my college years, man, that's nothing. But my glucose had bottomed out. So I remember being shaky, sweaty, my vision was blurry, and no one around me. I didn't want my friends to really worry about me being, being sick or anything. So I was like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. And so I drove to get something to eat so I didn't pass out. This is while I was in law school. And some of my friends who were not sober rode with me and caused a disturbance, and police were called on them, and I'm in the parking lot eating, I'm not driving. The officer comes up to me and asks me what's wrong, and I told him, well, I need to eat this right now. And because I was behind the wheel, of course they had me get out of the car, they had me do sobriety tests. I couldn't even see straight, so there was no way I could walk straight. Ultimately, they arrested me. And when I was in the car, I was crying to them. And I told them my life is over. I'm in law school. My whole community is dependent on me. My family needs me to do this. I want to fight for people who don't have a voice, and now I've ruined it all. And they were trying to console me. And I was like, I'm a diabetic. My glucose was low. The only reason I drove was because I needed to eat so I didn't pass out. And then the officers responded, well, if you would have told us you were a diabetic and that you were dealing with the episode, we probably wouldn't have arrested you. Why didn't you say anything? And I told the officers while I was in the back seat that I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed anymore. That's why I'm telling you. And also what I'm telling you is it's okay to be imperfect. Use your imperfection, use your journey, use your struggle, and go out and make this world a better place, please. Congratulations. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm going to cherish this moment, and I hope I can make you proud in the work I continue to do. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Booker. Please accept this small token of appreciation from us today. Now we will proceed to the hooding ceremony and awards recognition. The hood dates back to medieval times. The color, purple for law, indicates both the field and the highest degree. The red and black lining of the hood represents this university, which is proud to bestow the degree of Juris Doctor on its graduates. The draping of the hood represents the symbolic awarding of the degree. At this time, Dean Coel will proceed to the hooding ceremony.
Thank you, Dean. Grand Marshal Markison, Marshal Harris, please take your positions. Captain Slaw, please approach me. I'll just have you stand here. Grand Marshal Markison, you can lead the first section to the stairs, please. Professors Levinson and Cannon, please come forward to the hooding area. The students will be standing on the feet. If you would please stand on each side of the feet. Thank you. Very good. Captain Justin Sylvester Slaw, United States Army. President, Student Bar Association, Honor Council, Ackerson Law Clinic, Undergraduate Liaison, Black Law Students Association, Brandeis Inn of Court, Central High Partnership, Honor Council, Student Government Association. Captain Justin Sylvester Slaw. Take care. Would the England family please rise? In the England family, thank you. In 2019, this class signed the oath and pledged to follow the Honor Code and the UofL Code of Conduct. In keeping with the tradition, the student who is number one in the class, ranked number one, receives the oath in remembrance of this great achievement. Would Anna's fiance, Mr. Nelson Bodebender, please come forward to retrieve the oath on behalf of Anna Irene England. Thank you, Mr. Bodenbender. Congratulations to the England family. Anna Irene England, ranked number one in the class of 2022, summa cum laude. Vice President of Internal Competitions for the Moot Court Board, Sports and Entertainment Law Society, Notes Editor of the University of Louisville Law Review, and Women's Law Caucus, Anna Irene England. Mary Elizabeth Green Howard, magna cum laude, Appalachian Law Caucus, Honor Council, Associate Editor, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, and Women's Law Caucus. Mary Elizabeth Green Howard. Jordan Philly Saylor, summa cum laude, University of Louisville Law Review. Jordan Philly Saylor. Michaela Clovey Adams, magna cum laude. Michaela Clovey Adams. Courtney Lynn Arthur, summa cum laude, Human Rights Advocacy Program, Notes Editor, University of Louisville Law Review. Courtney Lynn Arthur. Kyle M. Bale, cum laude. Senior Articles Editor, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law. Kyle M. Bale. William Jacoby Botts, cum laude. American Civil Liberties Union. Might need a third hooder. Well, there you go. William Jacoby Botts. Ellen Ruth Braden, summa cum laude. Christian Legal Society, Commentary and Symposium Editor for Journal of Law and Education, Vice President of Labor and Employment Law Society, Vice President of Public Relations Moot Court Board, and the Secretary for the Women's Law Caucus. Ellen Ruth Braden. Sid Sydney Dawn Brookshire, cum laude, Ackerson Law Clinic. Sydney Dawn Brookshire. Jacqueline Ray Burgess, summa cum laude, Civil Liberties Union, Women's Law Caucus. Jacqueline Ray Burgess. Kaylee Dawn Higdon, cum laude, Ackerson Law Clinic, Social Chair, Student Bar Association. Kaylee Dawn Higdon. Kirsten Alexandra Parker, summa cum laude, Business Law Society, Christian Legal Society Vice President, Historian of the Student Bar Association, Managing Editor of the Law Review, and Women's Law Caucus. Kirsten Alexandra Parker. Caroline Marie Koger, magna cum laude, Ackerson Law Clinic, Women's Law Caucus. Caroline Marie Koger. Catherine Early Atkins, Appalachian Law Caucus, Central High Partnership, International Law Society, Student Government Association. Catherine Early Atkins. Hayden E. Justice, Women's Law Caucus. Hayden E. Justice. Christian Lee Tipton, Ackerson Law Clinic, Appalachian Law Caucus, Brandeis Inn of Court, Honor Council, Lambda Law Caucus, and the fundraising chair for the Student Bar Association. Christian Lee Tipton. David Alfred Sherrod III, cum laude. Journal of Animal and Environmental Law. David Alfred Sherrod III. Lowell Thomas Brown, magna cum laude. 3L class rep for the Student Bar Association and the University of Louisville's Law Review. I know, he's so tall. Lowell Thomas Brown. Lowell Thomas Brown. Yeah. Connor Carawan, cum laude. LBA KBA rep for the Student Bar Association and the Louisville Law Review. Connor Carawan. Mark Cassie. Mark Cassie. Andrew Charles Chandler, magna cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic and the University of Louisville Law Review. Andrew Charles Chandler. Dalton Blake Klein, magna cum laude. University of Louisville's Law Review and the Tech Law Society. Dalton Blake Klein. Kyle Conley, summa cum laude. Senior Articles Editor, University of Louisville Law Review. Kyle Conley. Anthony R. Crawford, summa cum laude. Notes editor for the Law Review. Anthony R. Crawford. Jordan Alexandria Crow, magna cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic, Central High Partnership, and the Women's Law Caucus. Jordan Alexandria Crow. Anna Marie Dye, summa cum laude. Women's Law Caucus. Anna Marie Dye. Alexandra Dunn. Major in the United States Army, summa cum laude. Vice President of the Federalist Society, Ordered Liberty Fellowship, University of Louisville Law Review, Alexandra Dunn, Major Dunn. Jose Alfredo Espinoza, magna cum laude. Jose Alfredo Espinoza. Andrew Charles Everslage, cum laude. Ordered Liberty Fellowship. Andrew Charles Everslage. Brian Michael Fields, summa cum laude. American Civil Liberties Union, Appalachian Law Caucus, Brandeis Inn of Court, Central High Partnership, Human Rights Advocacy Program, Editor-in-Chief, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, Lambda Law Caucus, and President of the Student Bar Foundation, Brian Michael Fields. John Z. Garvey, cum laude. Resilience Justice Project, and JAEL, cum laude. John Z. Garvey. Okay. Jackson Clay Gillock, cum laude. Jackson Clay Gillock. Brandon A. Girdley, summa cum laude. American Inn of Court, Brandeis Inn of Court, and Editor-in-Chief of the University of Louisville Law Review. Brandon A. Girdley. Annie Golemboski. Golemboski. Annie Golemboski. Connor Holbleib, cum laude. Connor Holbleib. Hallie Ann Laswell, magna cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic, American Civil Liberties Union, and the Central High Partnership. Hallie Ann Laswell. Taylor Miller, magna cum laude. Appalachian Law Caucus, Central High Partnership, Senior Notes Editor of the Law Review. Taylor Miller. Giselle Ciara Navarro, magna cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic, Black Law Students Association, Latinx Law Student Association, and the Student Bar Association. Giselle Sierra Navarro. Ayana Leilani Sabalas, magna cum laude. President of the Black Law Students Association, Central High Partnership, Student Bar Association, and the Women's Law Caucus. Ayana Leilani Sabalas. Elizabeth A. Sebastian, cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic, Vice President of the Black Law Students Association, Women's Law Caucus, and the Lambda Law Caucus. Elizabeth A. Sebastian. Patricia Mary Figura, cum laude. Patricia Mary Figura. Meredith Ann Page Harbison, magna cum laude. American Civil Liberties Union, If, When, How, Lambda Law Caucus, Executive Senior Symposium Editor, University Louisville Law Review, and the Women's Law Caucus, Meredith Ann Page Harbison. Emily A. Mead, magna cum laude. Notes Editor, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law. Emily A. Mead. Right there. Okay. At this time, would please Dr. Joanne Sweeney and please Professor Grace Giesel, please come forward. Alyssa Louise Hall, summa cum laude. Associate Symposium Editor of the University Louisville Law Review, Women's Law Caucus. Ebony, but Alyssa Louise Hall. Ebony Jamisha Ingram Jones. Ackerson Law Clinic, Black Law Students Association. Ebony Jamisha Ingram Jones. Cody Wade Jones. Ackerson Law Clinic, Lambda Law Caucus, Cody Wade Jones, Hogan David Jones, cum laude. Journal of Animal and Environmental Law and the University of Louisville Law Review. Hogan David Hogan David Jones, all right. William D. Jones II, cum laude. American Inn of Court, Black Law Students Association, Brandeis Inn of Court, Business Law, Honor Council, National Lawyers Guild, Parents Attending Law School, Sports and Entertainment Law, Vice President of Finance, Student Bar Association, Associate Symposium Editor of Law Review, Tech Law Society, and the Women's Law Caucus. William D. Jones II. Okay, good. Courtney Elizabeth Justice, cum laude. Lambda Law Caucus. Courtney Elizabeth Justice. Toland Lacey, cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic. President of the American Civil Liberties Union, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, Toland Lacey. Joseph Dalen Lance, cum laude, Central High Partnership. Joseph Dalen Lance. Mason Allen Leichhardt, magna cum laude. Federalist Society, Ordered Liberty Fellowship, and the Associate Symposium Editor of the University of Louisville Law Review, Mason Allen Leichhardt. Zachary Leland Gray. Zachary Leland Gray. Captain Matthew W. Lillard, United States Army, cum laude. United States Military, cum laude. Honor Council, Central High Partnership, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, Captain Matthew W. Lillard. Drew Stephen Leiden, summa cum laude. Drew Stephen Leiden. Claire Therese Morgan, magna cum laude. Ackerson Law Clinic. Sorry. Claire Therese Morgan. Amber Star Mosley, cum laude. Appalachian Law Caucus, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, and Women's Law Caucus. Amber Star Mosley. Ha Lam Win, magna cum laude. Human Rights Advocacy Program, Executive Vice President, Student Bar Association, Student Government Association, and Women's Law Caucus. Ha Lam Win. Savannah Rebecca Nolan, summa cum laude, Central High Partnership, and President of the Women's Law Caucus. Savannah Rebecca Nolan. Nathaniel T. Parrish, magna cum laude, Student Bar Association. Nathaniel T. Parrish. Sean William Patterson, summa cum laude, American Inn of Court, Brandeis Inn of Court, Federalist Society, Senior Editor of the Journal of Law and Education, Vice President of Administration Moot Court Board and the Student Bar Association, Sean William Patterson. Gabrielle Genesis Marie Pirtle, cum laude. Cum laude, Black Law Students Association, Lambda Law Caucus. Gabrielle Genesis Marie Pirtle. Teresa Men, American Inn of Court, Black Law Students Association, President of the Labor and Employment Law Society, Tech Law Society, and the Professional Development Chair for the Student Bar Association. Teresa Men. Tyler Zachary Powell, magna cum laude, Articles Editor, University of Louisville Law Review. Tyler Zachary Powell. Robert Emmett Lee Rainey, summa cum laude, Central High Partnership, 3L Rep of the Federalist Society, Human Rights Advocacy Program, Ordered Liberty Fellowship, and the Article Selection Editor of the University of Louisville Law Review. Robert Emmett Lee Rainey. Marissa Delaney Richardson, magna cum laude, American Civil Liberties Union, Articles Editor, University of Louisville Law Review. Marissa Delaney Richardson. Elizabeth Caitlin Mwanga Roseman, cum laude. She is a dual degree Master's of Social Work, major and Juris Doctor, dual degree. Black Law Students Association, Parents Attending Law School, and the Resilience Justice Project. Elizabeth Caitlin Mwanga Roseman. Matthew Sharuti, magna cum laude, Executive Editor of the Journal of Animal and Environmental Law. Matthew Sharuti. David Lee Simmons, American Civil Liberties Union. Okay. David Lee Simmons. Hannah Marie Bayrow, magna cum laude, American Civil Liberties Union and the Women's Law Caucus. Hannah Marie Bayrow. Kendall Izzy Soul, summa cum laude. American Inn of Court, Brandeis Inn of Court, Central High Partnership, and President of the Moot Court Board, Women's Law Caucus, and the University of Louisville Law Review. Kendall Izzy Soul. Olivia Ann Polston, summa cum laude. Brandeis Inn of Court, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, and the Women's Law Caucus. Olivia Ann Polston. Livy. Maria Macaluso, magna cum laude. Central High Partnership, Development Editor, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, and the Women's Law Caucus. Maria Macaluso. Ashley Marie Lanham, cum laude. Ashley Marie Lanham. Preston J. Spicer, magna cum laude. The Commentary and Notes Editor for the Journal of Law and Education. Preston J. Spicer. Pierce Tomoki Stevenson, magna cum laude. American Inn of Court, Appalachian Law Caucus, Brandeis Inn of Court, Journal of Animal and Environmental Law, and the Resilience Justice Project. Pierce Tomoki Stevenson. Charles Michael Zott Jr., cum laude. Articles Editor for the Journal of Animal and Environmental Law and the Resilience Justice Project. Charles Michael Zott Jr. Kara Rose Thomas, cum laude. The Event Coordinator for the Women's Law Caucus. Kara Rose Thomas. Caroline Grace Strack, magna cum laude. Vice President of the Women's Law Caucus. Caroline Grace Strack. Bobby Brooke Hopkins, magna cum laude. Appalachian Law Caucus, Journal of Animal Environmental Law, Student Bar Association, and the Women's Law Caucus. Bobby Brooke Hopkins. Stephanie A. Troutman, cum laude. A member of the Women's Law Caucus. Stephanie A. Troutman. Ryan Wiggins, cum laude. Ryan Wiggins. And our last graduate, and she and I play, I'm like, you know you're going to be last with that W. Catherine L. Willard, magna cum laude. American Inn of Court, Brandeis Inn of Court. That's right, last but not least. You got that, yes. Catherine L. Willard. Yes. All right. Thank you, Professors Giesel and Dr. Sweeney. Thank you to Professors Levinson and Professor Cannon. Thank you to our marshals, Marshal Harris and Grand Marshal. Dean Smith.
Shouldn't have taken me a while to get to this. Congratulations, graduates. Sorry. What an achievement. On behalf of the Alumni Council, please get active with the Council. You will always be a member of the Brandeis family and the Cardinal family. Dean Coel.
Thank you, sir. During this special farewell section, we have 3 videos for you. The first, you have a message from Sydney Boatwright, who was unable to be here. She's your classmate. As many of you know, she is undergoing serious treatment. However, she is in great spirits, and we made sure that she was hooded along with you. The next video is from Professor Abrams, who at the last minute also could not attend, and she was chosen as one of your hooding faculty, so she wanted a few words with you. And then finally, always from the Office of Student Affairs and Diversity, our gift to you is the final special farewell. Mr. Durbin, we are ready for the video selections, please.
Hello, we're John and Sherry Boatwright. Today we are hooding Sydney Nicole Boatwright.
We're proud to present Sydney Boatwright as a new graduate of the Brandeis School of Law.
Congratulations to the Brandeis class of 2022. Graduation is my favorite day of the year, and I promise you that I would be there if I could. I'm honored to have had the chance to hood you all, and I'm with you in spirit, and I'm with you online right now. I did, however, come down to our nation's capital, to the mall, to record a little video celebrating you, the class of 2022, for all that you have accomplished. I'm standing here at the base of Washington Monument with the Capitol right behind us, symbolically reminding you all of the incredible revere and honor of the career that you are about to enter. You are joining a profession that has built this country and has seen this country through so much transformation and upheaval. So I really encourage you to set your sights high for all that you can achieve with this degree and set them together. You all are the COVID class. There will never be another class like you in all that you endured and persevered through the ways you had to adapt and show your resilience. So I hope you'll come together as a class, give a fist bump to the person to your right, a fist bump to the person to your left. No, really, I'm watching online. You know I'm actually this cheesy. Celebrate your classmates, celebrate all that you've accomplished, and when you graduate, I look forward to seeing you on the front lines doing things you care about, making us a stronger country, a stronger state, and a stronger community. Congratulations.
Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all again for coming to this ceremony for the class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates. Come on, let's give them another round. Congratulations, graduates. Woo! Take a bow. Take a bow. Look at your standing ovation. Look at your, turn behind you. Take a bow. If everyone who is standing remains standing, please. I was going to say all rise, but you're already up, so thank you so much. Mr. Durbin, we are ready for the recession. Grand Marshal Markison, please lead the recession.